in the last so many years, since the implementation of these acts, we have seen women at the decentralized level of local governance that India has in villages and urban local bodies actually making a huge change. This is not to exaggerate and say that all women in all panchayats have made transformative change. It is also not to suggest that all women are absolutely independent of their husbands or fathers-in-law. It's really not to make sweeping generalizations, but on the other hand, one cannot ignore the fact, and there are actual studies. So, for example, there is a landmark study by Chattopadhyay and Esther Duflo, which looks at women as policy makers in the panchayats, and they compare. They tell us what has happened in West Bengal, and they tell us what has happened in Rajasthan. And the kind of policies, so what they conclude after a very extensive sample that they study and engage with, is that wherever there were women in panchayat bodies, the kind of policies that they were interested in looking at was qualitatively different. So for instance, they give the example of a hand pump that was broken and ineffective in a village for very long. But when a woman became sort of responsible for that due to the Panchayati Raj reservations, one of the first things that she did was to try and address this issue, because water for cooking, water for drinking, all of this was really part of her everyday life, and she understood how this actually, having to go travel a long distance, walk a long distance to get water, has an impact on women's health, women's employment opportunities, women's leisure time, women's ability to go meet their own family members. Everything actually is contingent upon these daily necessities. So road, children's health, health center within the village, water supply, school building, all of these have actually become very important policy matters in many of these panchayats, because women have been able to see the connection between their overall well-being and these basic necessities that they have the power over.